CCW fans, tonight I have with me Jeff Odell and Mathis. Gentlemen, tonight is the first ever CCW Last Man Standing match with former member of the Pinnacle, Brandon Barbwire, and current member, Mathis.
You know, the fans have dubbed Brandon Barbwire Brandon Baby Whiner. And how appropriate, because all Brandon has done since he parted ways with the Pinnacle is whine and complain, and he's calling out the Pinnacle. And tonight, Brandon Barbwire, you get the Pinnacle. You get the big man Mathis in a last man standing match. The object of the match, beat on your opponent until he can't stand up anymore. Tonight, Mathis puts an end to Brandon's whining. Hey, big man, do you have some words for your opponent?
Brandon, I've already told you this once, and I'm going to say it again. My goal in this is to do nothing else but hurt you and maim you. By next month, if you can't make it to the show, if I end your career, I'm going to be pleased.
You gotta love it, baby. Hold that up, monkey. Come on, hold it up. Hashtag the Pinnacle.
Let's take it to the ring.
Strong words there from Jeff Odell and Mathis going into that big main event match tonight, featuring Mathis versus Brandon Barbwire in that last man standing match. But before we got that, we have a huge six-man tag here on CCW Chaos on Fight TV. Shannon Young, Asa Gray, and Dalton Anthony here with you tonight to call the action. And Asa, we've got a huge six-man tag, as I said, to start off the show.
Absolutely. We're seeing here the proclamation of acclamation. The Ace Hawkins, JD Wilk, and of course, Dexter Roswell.
And somehow JD has a fan out there. I don't know how he still has it, though.
Yeah, one.
They may not be a fan of JD as much as just a fan of the mustache.
There's a glorious mustache, no doubt about that. But they're going to take on a very formidable tag team. A couple guys we have seen and are very, very impressed with in Tattoo, the Cody Wilson, which I think Ace stole that from him, to be honest with you. And our old friend. Who is it? You're going to have to wait to find out. We see Tattoo coming out to the ring now. Tattoo and Cody Wilson, and first time seeing Cody back in a while, and Cody looking good there. And I believe he has a special treat for all the fans out there tonight. The biggest star in wrestling, you see right there on his back. Now trending on Twitter, hashtag Parker Club Worldwide.
And we need to make mention, this is the first time we've seen the Cody Wilson back.
Yes.
Since Ace Hawkins broke his ankle.
Yes. Yeah, not a lot of talk about that. You know, he didn't want to talk about it very much. But after that, the betrayal of Ace Hawkins on Cody Wilson a couple of months ago, Cody Wilson out for a while after that attack. This is his match back. You know, he's looking for revenge. But a bigger story about that, Dalton and I alluded to who the third man was earlier. And the reason I didn't want to say it because it kind of creeps me out a little bit.
Yeah, it's Jackson Crowley, formerly known as Sin. And this is somebody that we have all been friends with. And honestly, getting a hold of him now is hard to get a hold of, and he doesn't talk a lot. He's gotten a lot creepier. He used to be a really good friend, and he's very reserved towards all of us.
As you see him making his intro right now, the man that they now call Jackson Crowley, who did not take his disrespect from the Ace Hawkins very well, and it turned him into this monster that we see before him. Dalton, you talked to him a couple of weeks ago down in the bowels of the arena, and it freaked me out as you see Jackson Crowley crawling to the ring right now. What's it like being next to him in this new persona?
It's unnerving, and it's weird. You only got a small glimpse of what I talked to him about. He kept telling me every time something bad has happened in CCW, injustice if you will, I was there to defend. But the second I got attacked by Ace, nobody was there to defend me. And he's more unhinged than he was before. I'm actually kind of afraid for the proclamation of acclamation.
And, you know, you're not wrong there. You know, if you remember, Asa, how many times Sin has come to the rescue of people like Cody Wilson, came to the rescue of Blaster when he was turned on by the Pinnacle. And Jackson Crowley maybe feels like he doesn't have any friends.
I mean, and it's understandable. We saw Ace Hawkins viciously attack him before his match against Justin Smart.
Yeah.
And then even after the match, still just...
And no one came out to help him. He sat out there in the ring and fought the match as hard as he could, even with that disadvantage, and there was no help for him. But now, tonight, he's got to work together with these two tag team partners of his, the Cody Wilson. I'm going to keep saying the, because I hope that it angers Ace just a little bit, because I don't like him. I don't know if you guys like Ace.
Yeah, if there's one person that I want Jackson Crowley to be unleashed upon, it is the Proclamation. Because it's one person I don't like times two more people I don't like.
He dabbed on me on my Facebook when I talked about being sick. That's a true story.
That is just a loose association of jackasses in the ring, is what that is.
Not loose. Pretty point.
And here we go.
The last time I saw you, you were on my team and you were a failure. Are you going to do that tonight? Are you going to fail everyone again here tonight?
We knew this wasn't going to take long for Ace Hawkins and Cody Wilson to get in each other's face. Former tag team partners. Ace turned on Cody after that tag loss a couple of months ago, and Cody out on the shelf since then. And we're going to start off with these two going at it. Well, no, Crowley trying to get in the ring. He desperately wants Ace Hawkins.
Oh, absolutely. He wants to get his hands on Ace. After the beating he gave on him a couple weeks ago, this new persona almost seems dedicated to ruining Ace Hawkins.
And from what we've seen so far, Ace, Dalton, he looks shook.
A little bit. But, I mean, honestly, whenever you're about to get your comeuppance, you mainly do, but this is times 10 just because the way he looks.
And look at that immediately. Doesn't want any part of Cody Wilson. He knows what Cody Wilson is going to do to him, so he immediately tags in his lackey Dexter Roswell.
But then Dexter Roswell immediately tags out to JD. Look, I don't know if this is a mind game that they're playing here, because I don't know if JD can play.
I mean, we've seen what JD's capable of. He's so athletic, such a gifted athlete. One of the first times seeing him back here at CCW after injuring his shoulder.
That shoulder right there, that gloriously muscled shoulder. And look at Cody Wilson smiling. Well, maybe not smiling anymore.
And you know, we were fairly close with JD before he turned his back on the Fury Jason Vaughn. And just this new attitude does not suit him.
I think it's being around Ace Hawkins. Being around Ace Hawkins turns good people bad. I think Allie bought one of his shirts. I'm going to have to toss that. JD into the ropes. Nice float over there. High impact on the back, and Tattoo looking to have some fun already. Very, very popular here in CCW. One of the best naturally gifted high flyers you are going to see. Getting the Tattoo chant going along with it.
And just look at JD. He is wanting no part of any of this.
He's focused, though. JD is a killer. Tattoo rolls back. Kind of daring JD to come at him. I think the word bro was thrown around once or twice.
Come on, JD. You got it, JD.
And JD going in for it. Tattoo gets on behind him, though. JD's trying to break that hole, trying to get that. Look at that, just wrenching back on that arm, getting away from him. Crowley on the outside looks intense, wants in that ring, wants to tear apart this acclamation of proclamation. I'm kind of sad that I got it right, I'll be honest with you. But Tattoo rolls out of it. Kips up. Kips up. Kips up. Kips up. I can't keep this up. All right. I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. Did I miss anything?
JD, you look JD kind of not really knowing what to do here.
I don't think anybody knew what to do. That was amazing. What I love about Tattoo is how much fun he can have in that ring while he's wrestling in an incredible match. Suckering JD in again. JD off the ropes. Rolls backward, though, on Tattoo. Oh, Tattoo with a stiff kick to the stomach.
Tattoo just staying one step ahead of JD here.
Dalton, tell me about Tattoo.
Tattoo, Memphis mainstay. He wrestles all over Tennessee. And the thing of it is, every time we see him at TCW, he just gets better and better.
But sorry to cut you off there, but JD rolls out of that very, very nicely. And Tattoo's going for something here, but JD rolls out of it, gets away. It looks like he may be going for that reverse DDT.
Come on, JD.
Referee Lane Austin keeping the action in check here.
JD is fighting an uphill battle here against Tattoo. Tattoo has the experience. He's probably a little bit quicker, a little bit more agile, but JD's proven to be so just quick and able to outmaneuver him here.
Oh, right there, ducks under that standing moonsault, but Tattoo with a knee to the chest, it looks like, gets him right back in the match. European uppercut there. Dalton Tattoo, champion all over the place, too.
Yeah, he's held multiple belts in Tennessee, all over the Midwest and South. The thing about Tattoo is he's dangerous because I don't even think he knows what he's about to do in the ring.
Yeah.
He just kind of makes it up as he goes along.
Oh, but JD, looks like he missed a knee off the top there. Tattoo, he ducks under the sweet chin music there and Looks like a knee to the head. He's going to put Tattoo on the ground and maybe ground him a little bit. Get the tag into Dexter Roswell here. Nobody's excited.
But Dexter is laying in those shots in the back of Tattoo.
Well, you know, I hate to give the devil his due, but Dexter Roswell, great wrestler, but got caught right there on that Hurricane Rana. Tilt-a-whirl backbreaker, and Tattoo going for another one. Hit him with the drop kick.
Come on, Dexter!
I was going to give Dexter some credit there for seemingly popping right back up, but
There's that standing moonsault. But Ace Hawkins is there to pull the leg away, break up the pin. Great ring awareness by Ace Hawkins.
now he's just actively denying that he had anything to do with that.
Like a child. Like a spoiled child. Tattoo in the wrong corner there. Oh, look at that. He catches Ace Hawkins. Catches JD.
It's that veteran instinct to Tattoo. He knows to keep it.
Ace holding on to the leg, though. Dexter directing traffic up to the side. JD puts him down.
You know, I was just saying he knows not to turn his back on. All three of these men are so dangerous, but eventually that numbers game is going to catch up, especially when they're distracting the referee. He can't have eyes on all three at the exact same time. And now Ace comes in with his cheap shots.
Ace looking fresh here. Backs Tattoo into that corner, and oh, we know this. We all know this all too well. Opposite corner goes in with that uppercut. Gonna do it again. He does, and Dalton, what do we have next?
Please don't. Just don't. This is the worst.
And there it is. The crowd goes mild. But they better pay attention because Ace rocking his face with those elbows, pulls him out of the corner right to the center of the ring. Jumping elbow drop. Think that's enough? No. Kicks out at 2 by Tattoo. Get it. Kicks out at Tattoo. Can Ace Hawkins get the Tat 3? Tags in JD. JD with a kick under the arm. Snapmares him over. They're going to try to keep Tattoo grounded here. And Ace, look at Crowley in the corner.
Oh, he wants in. He wants his hands on all three of these guys. You know he wants Ace Hawkins desperately. But anyone who's willing to align himself with Ace at this point, I feel like is going to be just a fair target.
Tattoo trying to get out of that hold by JD, but JD very powerful, deceptively powerful.
Beautiful Northern Lights suplex.
Almost got a Tat 3 on that one. My broadcast partners don't look pleased with that joke. We'll retire it. All right, into the corner. Dexter wailing away on the ribs of Tattoo, and Tattoo needs to get a tag.
Absolutely. He's been isolated for the bulk of this match at this point, which is a short arm elbow there by Dexter.
And look how tired he looks.
And just so close to his corner, like almost able to fall into a tag. And Dexter quick to pull him back, bring him back into his corner.
Snakes him across that middle rope. And again, directing traffic, distracting Lane Austin, giving Ace Hawkins a chance to just yank that throat across that middle rope and put more damage on him.
Cody and Jackson both won in this match. They both are trying to get it broken up, but unfortunately it just plays into Ace and Dexter and JD's plan here of keeping the referee's focus away so they can do their dirty work on the side.
Well, they have to hate this group. We know Cody Wilson has beef with the group. We know Jackson Crowley has beef with the group, and these guys just hate Ace Hawkins and anyone that aligns himself with it, like you said earlier. But Ace is so good at being terrible. He's so good at being just the biggest jerk and an amazing wrestler to back it up. But Tattoo explodes with those elbows, those clotheslines, putting Ace Hawkins down. Oh, beautiful spin kick. Now Ace Hawkins finds himself in a little bit of trouble, and Tattoo has time to go for the tag. But
he's got a decision to make here. Does he ride this momentum that can make Tattoo so dangerous, or does he go for the tag? And it looks like he
sentons onto him, bounces off the rope. Oh! Ace got the knees up on that moonsault, though. And Ace pulling him right back into the corner, and the corner he doesn't want to be in.
And that's Ace Hawkins' specialty, is just stopping his opponent's momentum.
Oh, but look at that. Tattoo rolls under. Jackson Crowley. Crowley wants Ace Hawkins. Ace Hawkins cowers away. Dexter in the ring, sling blade, almost broke his neck on that one. JD in the ring now, kick to the stomach. Jackson Crowley is on fire. What is he capable of?
Charges JD to...
Oh! Neck breaker, using the momentum to DDT the other wrestler.
And flips up to his feet.
Ace Hawkins doesn't know what the hell he's seeing. He's seen a ghost.
Oh, it looked like he was trying to sneak up on Crowley, but it's not going to work this time.
Crowley's backing him into the corner, and Cody Wilson coming in to help with this. I think Cody Wilson might want a piece of himself.
He might be trying to...
What the hell? What is happening?
And look at Ace Hawkins. Look how proud of himself.
I don't understand this.
It looked like Cody was maybe trying to stop from a disqualification, let a cooler head prevail, and just drop Jackson.
And now the double team. There's that jumping drop. Oh, I can't even think right now. And there's the pin. Ace Hawkins gets the pin on Jackson Crowley because of Cody Wilson. And now look at this. You've got a 4-on-2, 4 dangerous wrestlers led by Ace Hawkins and now backed up by Cody Wilson. I guess there's another friend we can scratch off the list. It's going to be a real scarce
say?
Christmas this Christmas. Yeah, you're
just
letting Parker down.
All 4 of them just putting the boots to Jackson Crowley. Ace is just so happy with himself.
I mean, this is a dangerous team. I've got to admit that. These are 4 up-and-coming hungry wrestlers. So young and so dangerous. That Dexter kicking Tattoo's face off.
I want you. Get a shot. Get a shot right here.
But disrespect by Dexter Roswell. But whoa. Now what? Do they have another person?
Dexter just not stopping.
What am I hearing, Dalton?
It's... I don't know, Ace doesn't seem...
They don't look like it's someone they know. What in the hell is that? Ladies and gentlemen, I have no words.
Who is this?
Dalton, tell me about this pig man.
Remember how I said that I talked to Jackson Crowley beyond that interview? He kept muttering afterwards about a brother and not being able to find him.
Oh, Dexter Roswell, you need to turn around. Dexter Roswell, you need to turn around.
Left by himself here.
He doesn't know what's going on. A kick to the stomach by this mystery man and a driving.
Oh!
God, I think Dexter Roswell's dead. He's dead.
That may have broken his neck.
The look on the face of the acclamation of proclamation, they don't know what the hell's going on either. Yes, Cody, it's some kind of pig thing. And now he's just sauntering off. They look terrified. I've never seen another man look that afraid.
And they have nowhere to go. They're
Cody Wilson. They're leaving. Are they leaving Dexter Roswell?
They're just. Of course they are. Ace Hawkins is the only person Ace Hawkins cares about himself is himself. He doesn't care what happens to Dexter. And
what is Jackson Crowley doing to Dexter Roswell? They're leaving Dexter Roswell. I don't like the guy, but I don't want to know what's happening. I don't want to know what's about to happen to Dexter Roswell. His body is limp and lifeless.
Oh, he's out.
What is Crowley doing with him? He's picking him up. He's carrying him out of here. Asa, go find out where he's going. Go find out who the hell that guy was.
What? Why?
Asa, go.
All right.
Let's take it to my interview with Blaster while we're waiting for Asa. What the hell's going on, fans? I don't know. Game Championship Wrestling fans, I have Blaster here with me tonight. Blaster, last month you went up against the Hustlers with Sexy Sarge O'Reilly. Came up a little short. They took the titles from you. Tonight you got the big rematch against them. What are your thoughts on that? Okay, well, it sounds like, I don't know if you knew, but Sarge isn't going to be here tonight. Are you going up against the Hustlers alone? Or do you have a new partner maybe? Well, since you don't know what you're going to be doing tonight, what kind of game plan do you have? The Hustlers, very dangerous tag team, known all across the South. They're one of the most dangerous people that you have ever wrestled, and I need you to come back, and Blaster's gone. Blaster, everybody.
Jackson Crowley. Jackson, stop! Come on, man, don't do this. What are you doing? Come on. Oh my God, no.
Fans, we're waiting for Ace and Gray to get back to us to tell us what what's happening, what's going on. Dalton, while we wait for him, we got a huge tag match coming up, a rematch for Blaster to try to win those tag titles back, but we kind of have an interesting situation here.
Yeah, we were supposed to have Sergeant Blaster, which is one of the mainstays of CCW. Unfortunately, Sergeant couldn't make it. Although Blaster has found a very suitable replacement in Aaron Clay, one half of Casey's finest, an amazing young talent looking hungry to get to CCW and make a claim to stay. And this is a good way to do it, is get those tag team belts right away.
But he's going up against not just the Hustlers, because as we understand, Lamont also not cleared to wrestle tonight.
Yes, because when it rains it pours, Lamont was not able to, he's also injured, not able to be competing. So Lamont has told me that there's a replacement for him.
And don't worry, folks. As we understand it, Lamont will be here tonight. He may not be wrestling, but thank God we will have the glory of his presence.
Thanks something, all right.
And here we see the Hustlers making their entrance, holding those beautiful tag titles. And there's their partner, Del Tucker, the King of Darkness.
Yay.
And he's going up with the Hustlers. He's going to team up with Bradley to take on
Aaron Clay
and the Blaster. And look at that, Lamont just jarring to the ring. Bradley a little bit more subdued.
Did you ever think of how could the Hustlers get more in the wing?
I never thought of that.
Well, they figured it out. Add Del Tucker.
If they add Ace Hawkins to this, we've got ourselves a super group.
Oh, could you get Jackson back out?
I don't know. I don't know where Jackson went. He took Dexter Roswell and took off with him, maybe chasing after that mysterious figure with the pig mask. We have no idea what's going on. We're waiting for Ace to come back.
But, yeah, I mean, as much as I don't like anybody in this little team of the Hustlers and Del Tucker, I can't undersell about how great Del Tucker is as a wrestler.
Oh, completely.
Just the worst personality.
Oh, completely times two. Del Tucker got to won the tag titles with Billy Hills in that inaugural tournament. They held on the titles for a long time until Blaster, teaming up with Jeff Cobb, beat them for the titles, held on to it until they lost it to the Hustlers not too long ago. And then tonight we're getting our big rematch, and it's just a big mishmash of people that you don't normally see teamed up together.
Yeah, and the only thing, they found an amazing tag team specialist in Del Tucker. Unfortunately, with the Hustlers having big personalities, and Del Tucker, I know he has a big personality, heads could butt.
And not only that, but you talk about tag team personalities. Aaron Clay, one half of Casey's Finest with Phoenix. That's a great tag team.
Exactly. But the thing of it is, though, Aaron is a little more reasonable than Del Tucker is.
Oh, I'd say. I've spoken to Aaron a handful of times, and a great young man. Much better than Del Tucker, who I don't like, for the record.
I don't even think Billy likes him.
All right, we're getting into the swing of things here. Bradley slamming Aaron Clay down. Del Tucker going to jump into this match. And as Asa Gray entering the commentary booth with us once more. Asa, what happened, man? What'd you see?
I think we need to just focus on the tag team match. That's a big tag team championship match going on. We should really keep our focus there.
You look pale. Where did he take Dexter?
We just really need to. I think we should just call the match here. Del Tucker bringing Aaron Clay to the ground. We saw that same athleticism that Tattoo showcased with those kip-ups and getting the better of Aaron Clay here.
Yeah. Del Tucker's got that submission hold there. Going to wear Aaron Clay down, and we'll talk after the show. Maybe.
And just look at the confidence on, I was saying look at the confidence on Del Tucker's face. He may have let the hold go a little bit lax, and he may be underestimating Aaron Clay. Forgive me if I'm repeating myself, or if I'm repeating what you've covered already, but he is not someone to be taken lightly.
No, Aaron Clay is very, very established, and like Dalton was saying earlier while you were gone, we were saying what a great tag wrestler Aaron Clay is. And not only that, but what a great tag wrestler Del Tucker is. I mean, they couldn't pick better partners for this, honestly.
This really highlights the intelligence that both the LA Hustlers, I'm sure this was a group decision, and Blaster in choosing his tag team partners.
Oh, look at that, Blaster. Telling Bradley, bring it on. Blaster wants those tag titles back.
Especially considering that Bradley had that chain wrapped around the boot.
Yeah,
that's what took to keep Blaster down.
They did not win the titles honorably.
Oh, absolutely.
That is for damn sure. Blaster tonight sporting that sick mask. Looks like they're going to tie up here. And who do you give the power advantage to in this, Dalton?
Honestly, it could go either way, but I'm going to lean towards Bradley.
It looked like it was a bit of a stalemate there. Neither man is able to get an advantage. Like you said, I think this is a power matchup that is a lot more even than people would give Bradley credit for. We know how strong Blaster is.
Oh, but Bradley, I think he was going to take the cheap shot. Hit him with that knee strike to the gut when he went for the tie-up. Then went for a punch in the face. Not a smart move against a guy that wears that much armor on his face, Dalton. We don't know what Blaster looks like under that mask. I've been told we probably don't want to.
You know I'm going to agree with that, but we did say test of strength, not test of brains.
That's true. Good point. Bulldog off the ropes there. And Blaster in control. This is going to tag in Aaron Clay, the tag team master out of KC, along with Phoenix, another great wrestler. Now Clay ringing on that arm there, but Bradley breaks out of it, gets him into one of his own. Bradley favoring that head. Going to tag in Del Tucker once again, the King of Darkness going up top. Double axe handle off of there onto the arm, and targeting that elbow, Asa.
I know you mentioned that Del Tucker is a tag team specialist, but it's also worth noting Del Tucker is one half of the tag team that defeated the LA Hustlers in the first ever CCW tag title tournament.
That's 100% right.
So
do you think that fact is lost on Bradley and Lamont?
Oh, absolutely not. That had to have been a conscious decision. You know, if they want to, it's not a bad call to.
Oh my God!
Just that knee strike to the face of Aaron Clay.
Sorry, didn't mean to distract you there, but I mean that was brutal.
You know, if
would you say that was vicious, Dalton?
A little vicious.
Would you say it was vicious?
A couple times. Night's still young.
What is? I know we knew Lamont was going to be accompanying the champions to the ring tonight, but what is he wearing? What happened to the rest of his coat?
I wasn't going to bring that up because I'm a little bit older than the group. I'm not as fashion conscientious as everybody else. I thought maybe that was the style. When I was his age, I used to wear a big yellow onion tied to my belt because that was the style at the time. Now Bradley punishing Aaron Clay in the corner. They're going to tag Del Tucker back in. The less we talk about Lamont's outfit, the better. But Dalton, if you can find out, please do.
I'll find out whenever he finds the other half of the jacket.
Del Tucker snapmares Aaron Clay over, telling the crowd to be quiet here. I don't like this.
Oh!
And I knew there was a reason I wouldn't like that. Del Tucker, no respect for anybody.
Oh, absolutely not. And that could make. Look at him smiling for the camera there.
Yeah.
Just he knows exactly.
He's hamming it up.
He's so confident.
Yeah.
He knows how dangerous he is.
In love with himself.
We saw him take the new CCW champion Austin Lane to the absolute limit just a couple weeks ago. And he missed out on a CCW championship opportunity, he would love to get his hands on these CCW tag team championships.
Oh, he's got to be in a foul mood, absolutely. I forgot all about that. But Aaron Clay exploding out of that, hops over, leapfrog by Del Tucker, but Aaron Clay stopped short, and I think he had a plan, but Del Tucker a little faster on the draw, clubs him in the back, puts him back on the ground, right in front of Blaster there. Aaron desperately needs to get that tag in. To avoid kicks like that. Another tag into Big Bradley. Notorious Bradley getting back in the ring there and stomping the foot. Dalton, how is it smart to not wear boots?
I think we just saw the answer to that question.
Thank you.
You get a little bit more flexibility in your footwork. You're able to move around a little bit more barefoot, but you leave yourself very vulnerable to foot stomps, to just any piece of outfit somebody might be having to get snagged on. It's just a bad idea.
And if anyone is going to be able to know to take advantage of a fact like that, it's going to be Bradley.
And Del. Both of them.
Absolutely.
They're both smart. They exploit every weakness, every advantage they can.
And if they can't find one to exploit, they'll make one.
Yeah. They make their own opportunities. We've seen the Hustlers time and time again do that. And look at that. Del Tucker now going for the punch on Blaster's face. Again, not the smartest move. But it did distract the ref long enough for Notorious Bradley to get back in there. And now look at these guys trading elbows on Aaron Clay. Aaron Clay really needs to get that tag into Blaster. Look at that cocky pin by Bradley. He had to have known he was going to get the pin on that, but he loves to show off.
That's way more of just sending a message to and just raking the forearm across the face and eyes of Aaron Clay.
And we see Lamont out there. I think he was arguing with Del about something. Dalton, that didn't look friendly.
Like I said, big personality versus big personality. Something will give eventually.
Look at that, Bradley carrying Aaron Clay back to the corner. Del with the blind tag. Scoop slams him down. A little look there between the two. Did you see that?
I don't know. This may just be strategizing. Dell and, well,
Whoa! And Bradley just pulled Dell off of the pin. I think we have us a little chest beating contest here to say who is in charge.
well, I was just about to say that Dell and Bradley were working surprisingly well as a team up till that point.
I don't think Bradley appreciated the blind tap, but Aaron Clay almost got a sneak roll up there. But Del Tucker back with another great drop kick, and it's going to put Aaron back down on the ground. Still, really needs to get that tag, Dalton.
And here's where everything gets very interesting when you think about it. We've had these replacements. What if Dell and Bradley win? Who would the belt belong to?
Oh, you have to know if Jeff Odell made a deal here, there has to be something.
You got to think the Pinnacle has to have their hand in this pot somehow. That's probably why Bradley wants this pin, so that way the belts stay primarily with the Hustlers and not with the Pinnacle.
That is a great point, and you saw right there Del Tucker putting a finger in Bradley's face. It feels like this is kind of unraveling a little bit before our eyes, which is sad because, like you said, they were doing surprisingly well. But did you see that aggressive tag?
Mm-hmm. It just, normally the blind tag sees the competitor standing on the apron bringing himself into the match, but that time it seemed Bradley wasn't quite expecting Dell to tag himself out there.
Bradley does not look pleased.
No, but they're spending
Hard headbutt by Bradley.
And to their credit, they're spending so much time showing off to each other, trying to communicate with each other, and they're still just handling Aaron Clay.
They are a power slam by Bradley. I mean, that just shows you these guys are current tag champ and former tag champ here in CCW. There's a reason for that. They are incredible as a tag team combination. Look at that, Bradley going up.
Dell telling him to go all the way up.
I think Dell's saying I would have gone all the way up. They were wasting so much time, though.
You see Aaron Clay scurrying here.
And if they get that tag into Blaster.
But he doesn't know entirely where he is. Look, he's just taken so much punishment this entire match.
Blaster is going to be like a nuclear bomb if he gets back in this. But, look at that. Aaron blocked it. Flatliner. And Bradley hurt. I think Aaron Clay's got the chance here. He needs to get over there and tag in the dangerous one, the legendary, the man, the myth, the Blaster, Dalton.
Yeah, and this is where Aaron is having an issue. When he teams with Casey's Finest, he's with Phoenix. Phoenix is a very loud person. Very loud, very animated. Blaster is not that. He's probably just kind of confused on why he's not getting the reaction that he normally gets out of his tag team partner.
I was confused trying to talk to the man. I think he's a man. He may be a monster. I don't know.
Well, let's just not take off the mask.
We got another tag in together. Oh, but Blaster did get the tag. Del Tucker needs to be, and look at that, begging off. Blaster having none of it. Punch to the face, another punch to Bradley, and he is just laying people out left and right.
Just these hard right hands.
Blaster wants those titles back. Blaster powerful and dangerous. Just lifted him up and dropped him to the ground. And what's he going to do to Bradley here?
It's just like a vertical suplex, but lifting him entirely by the neck.
Blaster going to that corner.
And wisely keeping an eye on Del Tucker there as he backs up. He knows how dangerous both of these men are.
But Bradley neutralized because that is the most dangerous clothesline in wrestling. Del Tucker took advantage of it though, put Blaster into the corner there, and I think stunned him just a little bit. Del Tucker now going after Aaron Clay. Smart move, trying to take the other man out in case Blaster's thinking about tagging. Well, I think Del Tucker's going to go for that go to sleep here. That dangerous knee! And that is it for Aaron Clay. Good night, sweet prince. Going for the pin here, but I don't think he was the legal man. It doesn't matter because Bradley once again pulls him off.
Taking the time to argue here, but Blaster's rallying to his feet here.
Now look at that. Del telling him, go ahead and pin him, but I don't think Bradley's the legal man. Well, CeeLo's going to count it. Why not? And now Bradley pulled off by Del Tucker. And CeeLo doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't appreciate this either. I think he's feeling like he's getting toyed with. Oh, now we have a shoving match, Dalton. We knew it was going to come to this. You were right.
Yeah, I didn't want to say I told you so, but...
They need to watch out, though, because Blaster in the back. And look at that. He is getting ready. And never mind. Del Tucker super kick to Bradley's face. And I think Blaster knows he's going to go for the pin. That's it. Blaster. They won.
Blaster has regained his CCW Tag Team Championship. Lamont
is livid.
Beside himself. He can't believe it.
Oh, look at the smile on Del Tucker's face. He knows what he's done.
They suckered me, and I thought it was a ploy. The way Bradley was able to just land that hard shot to Blaster right away.
Oh, there's Jeff Odell out now. Jeff Odell, I can't read his face. I normally can't, but he looks confused too.
Well, Jeff Odell doesn't usually hide his emotions.
That's true. Lamont is beside himself. Bradley yelling for Del Tucker in rage, but you have new tag team champions. Blaster and Aaron Clay, congratulations to both those guys. Incredible wrestlers, well deserved.
100%.
A little bit of justice.
I mean, from the shenanigans that the Hustlers pulled to win the championship, it's only right that this is how they lose the titles.
And look at that. You see them taking their victory lap there. Aaron Clay's got to be hurt after sustaining all that damage, though. But I think even more hurt than Aaron Clay, Dalton, even more bruised than his body, is the Hustler's ego.
Yeah, and it couldn't happen to nicer people.
And you have to remember, they handpicked their partner. So they kind of made their own bed here.
They sure did.
Oh, listen to that yelling for Del Tucker.
CCW fans, tonight I have Brandon Barbwire with me. Brandon, tonight is the first ever last man standing match in CCW history. You've been dealing with Mathis for a couple months now. What are your thoughts going in?
First of all, I'm going to start off with a hashtag long live the champ, because I don't know if I'm going to be in the right state of mind by the time that I'm done talking to you to remember to say it. So hashtag long live the one true champ, Brandon Barbwire. Moving on to your question, Dalton. Since Mathis arrived, the only thing he's done is get in my way and be in my business and prevent me from doing the one thing that I set out to do since I lost my CCW title, and that is dismantle the Pinnacle. Hashtag Pinnacle Apocalypse. My mindset's pretty simple. This big beast of a man, this monster Mathis, this Viking machine Mathis, he needs to be dismantled. He needs to be broken down, and he needs to understand what it's like to really be in the ring with a man of true resolve. Mathis, I am a man of true resolve, and you're going to find that out right here tonight. Make no mistake about it. Anyone you ever faced in the past, anyone you ever had to be in the ring with, anyone that you've had to go toe to toe with, doesn't hold a candle to me. I am going to break you. Just like I did broken Matt Hardy before Jeff Odell screwed me out of that victory. And if you think having him in your corner is a benefit, believe me, all it does is fuel me to hurt you. Hashtag, oh, look at that, I didn't forget. Long live the one true champ, Brandon Barbwire.
Let's take it to the ring.
Strong words there from Brandon Barbwire, promising to break Mathis like he broke Matt Hardy. And that's a big claim, Dalton, against a guy like Mathis.
Yeah, and it's the more I deal with Brandon, the more angry he gets when talking about Mathis, just because of the amount of disrespect Mathis has shown CCW since he's walked in.
And not only that, but last week alone, we saw Mathis interfering himself in that big title match with Hollis and Austin Lane. And then we saw Brandon Barbwire make the save for Austin, of all people, surprisingly.
Yeah, and honestly, that's probably a big reason why Mathis wants this last man standing match. He got punked out, and that's not something that happens to Mathis too often.
And now we see Brandon Barbwire coming out, the people's champion, the real people's champion. Hashtag one true champ. Hashtag, he's got a list he wants me to read. I'm not going to do it. But Brandon Barbwire, very accomplished wrestler, a darling of CCW, and a man on a mission.
You forgot the most important thing.
What's that?
First ever CCW champion.
Held it for almost a year.
Almost, yeah. And if it wasn't for the Pinnacle, he would probably still have that belt.
And if it wasn't for him, the Pinnacle would still have that belt, Asa.
Absolutely. We saw him make that surprise appearance out of Austin's mystery box.
Yeah. Look at that. Mathis inviting Brandon into the ring, and Brandon gotta be a little smarter than this. You don't want to get suckered in by Mathis, but my God, fans, it's been an insane night here on CCW Chaos. We've seen new tag champs. Dexter Roswell may never be seen again, and then we're gonna top it off with this match. Brandon Barbwire going one-on-one with Mathis in a last man standing match.
And this is for sure going to be one of the hardest hitting matches we've seen here in the history of CCW.
Oh yeah, you better buckle in.
We saw their first encounter, and I think Brandon surprised a lot of people, able to hold his own against just a pure striker, a former MMA competitor in Mathis. And that match, we didn't get a winner.
No, that
it resulted in just a pull-apart brawl.
Yeah.
The locker room had to empty out to try to keep these two from hurting each other. That's not going to happen here tonight. We had Billy Gunn here the last time these two were in the ring together to kind of put things in a bit of a lighter mood, but even then, you could tell the disdain these two men have for each other.
And not only that, but even going up against Billy Gunn, you could see Mathis. My God, Dalton, how dangerous was he? Those strikes. Billy Gunn looks surprised. Here's a guy in Billy Gunn who's wrestled all across the world. He's been tag champ. He's wrestled how many amazing competitors. But the look of surprise on his face on how hard Mathis hit.
Yeah, Asa said lighten the mood. There is not a light mood in Mathis. It is violence 24/7.
Violence Incorporated.
He'll tell you since the age of 18, he's done nothing but been paid to hurt people.
And now he's got that Viking war paint on his face, just makes him look even more intimidating. And he is teeing off on Brandon Barbwire right now. But Brandon not going to take any of it, firing back with some shots of his own. You've got two mega powers in there going at it. And Brandon has the advantage right now, dumping Mathis to the outside. Nice drop kick there. Oh, I like that banner. Kelly's going to have his work cut out for him tonight as Brandon slams his face into that ring post there. You see the bubble there from that big title match that we had still outside. I'm hoping that one of those guys don't see that.
In a last man standing match, if they do, there's nothing Kelly can do.
It's all legal.
Brandon taking an early advantage here, almost surprising. We know the ill will he feels towards Mathis. He is not holding back at all. He knows he can't hold back, and he's going all out right away, which is, in all honesty, probably the best strategy he could have.
Yeah, these guys are out. They're not out to win a match. They're out to kill each other.
Just bouncing his head, just alternating between bouncing his head off of anything he can find ringside and going right after the knee. He knows the source of Mathis's power here. He's not going to be able to.
I've seen Mathis wrestle a couple of times. Of course, you guys have watched him in Illinois a couple of times, and I've never seen anyone dominate Mathis like we're seeing right now. Although, yeah, and still, Mathis trying to make a comeback there, but Brandon's got that leg locked. He's twisting, torquing that ankle, that knee, and Mathis is in so much pain and driving his knee into that hard wood out there.
It's very important. Like, I've never seen anybody strike with Mathis and be able to hold their own as well as Brandon.
Brandon, I mean, it's that rage. It's that rage against the Pinnacle. It's that rage against the machine that Jeff Odell created that Brandon Barbwire is fueling him. And I think Brandon Barbwire may be surprised himself by the things he is capable of when he uses that blind rage as a weapon.
And it's also very important to note that the reason he is staying on him so much, he doesn't know when the Pinnacle is going to show up.
That's true. You see one, it's like a wasp. You see a wasp, there's probably 30 more somewhere else.
It's also very important to note that Brandon has this rage. He has this mission, but it hasn't blinded him as a competitor. He's going after Mathis's knee.
Yeah.
You know what you can't do if you can't stand? Answer a 10 count in a last man standing match.
100% true. Brandon is a veteran of this sport, and he knows exactly what he's doing in there.
And Mathis has a history of knee problems. That's his bad knee.
That yelling at Kelly to count. Brandon trying to get out of this early, and I don't blame him. You don't want to take any chances with Mathis, like you said, Ace.
Absolutely not.
I think he knew he was going to get up there and decided to inflict some more damage. Tells him to count again. That was a vicious drop kick to the head.
And even if he does restart the count, it's just rocked him.
Yeah, look at Mathis. He's rattled. He's shook. Brandon's lit, and he's shook. That drop kick was on fleek. Look, he's counting along with Kelly.
But again, he's not giving Mathis any space to breathe.
Sends him through the ropes. Shoulder first into that post, and my God, Brandon is off for blood. That was right to the face. That was on the chin. That could have dislocated the jaw. That could have broken it. Mathis is hurt. He's out on the outside again. Kelly's still counting. Brandon encouraging the cheers here. And
how many times when he's been on Pro Wrestling Unscripted, when he's just talked to us face to face, when he was still with the Pinnacle, did he tell us that he didn't need the Pinnacle to be dangerous? He didn't need the Pinnacle to win these matches.
He did. He said it was a luxury, but it's not something he needed. And he's showing right now that he may backing that up 100% with truth.
And the just stomping on the fingers of Mathis, going after the knee, bouncing him off of the turnbuckle.
Oh, God, right to that jaw again. I think that jaw may be damaged from that brutal drop kick that Brandon put on him, sending him to the outside. And Brandon kind of talking some smack there and going after that jaw. And I think Mathis may be hurt, Dalton.
Yeah, and
I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of surreal to see it. Just Mathis is usually a very dominant competitor, and we're seeing him get manhandled.
Oh, it goes back to that knee, Asa. Coming off the top here, but Mathis caught him. Mathis caught him.
Bad knee and all.
Oh! Back first. Oh, spine across that ring post, and that could cripple someone. That could cripple you.
You may not be able to tell this at home, but for being as close to this ring as we are, we know those ring posts are not rounded.
No.
Those are square ring posts, solid steel, and he just drove the edge of that ring post he just drove Brandon's back into the corner, that edge of that ring post.
And they have no give. No
Absolutely
give.
not.
And now Mathis taking advantage, and he's using the ring post as a weapon as well, and Brandon in trouble here. Maybe bit off a little bit more. Oh, there it is. He saw the strap. Oh! Listen to the sound of that.
Just teeing off on Brandon barbed wire.
Echoing through the arena, and I think the fans are a little sick by what they're seeing here. Oh, God. Trying to crush the throat, trying to crush the larynx of Brandon barbed wire.
You know, Mathis is a competitor where if you see your shot, if you see your shot, you need to take it and you have to make it count. Brandon did his absolute best to keep the big man down, but Mathis is seeing blood. He may have done nothing but infuriate him at this point.
And we promised you a car wreck, and we're going to live up to that because look at that. Mathis encouraging the count there, and Brandon might not get up from this.
And look how just calm and collected he is. The amount of punishment that Brandon has inflicted on Mathis here, and he is...
Brandon struggling to stand. Mathis with a kick to the ribs, taking the air wind right out of him. Dalton leaving him primed for another beatdown.
Yeah, and Mathis has a lot of rage in him, but it's almost like a mercenary rage.
Yeah.
To where he's just always angry. That's how he deals with it. He's just a calm, scary man.
He's a serial killer. He's a hitman.
Yeah, and it's just the way he conducts himself is just very, very unnerving.
Beautiful.
Suplex.
Suplex puts Brandon down, and Kelly, I think he's encouraging him to let him count, where I think Mathis may just want to pick him up and bash his brains in some more, Asa.
Yeah, I don't think Mathis is going to be happy unless he...
Right there. Brandon may have been down for the full count. We'll have no idea because Mathis wanted to hurt him some more. I don't think Mathis is going to be happy until Brandon is in just a river of his own blood.
And just that disrespect, the slap to the face.
These two very quickly have grown to hate each other. Like even more so, I think, than Brandon and other members of the Pinnacle. There seems to be a special hatred between these two.
Well, Hollis may have been the one who stole the CCW championship from him, but you have to remember, Brandon, in his rematch, it was Mathis who came to the crowd, made his huge debut as Jeff Odell's newest hired gun, and cost him that rematch.
Yeah.
Brandon,
oh my God, the knee strike to the face. Look at that. Mathis taking time to watch him fall like a tree in the woods.
Brandon doesn't know the next opportunity he's going to get at that CCW championship, and for all he knows, Mathis is the person who kept it from him.
I don't think Brandon knows where he is right now. I don't think Brandon knows what day it is. I don't think he knows who the president is. And Brandon is just out.
He's finally stirring, but it may not be enough. I don't think he's going to be able to make this 10 count. See Jeff Odell just counting along.
We're up to 8. Brandon's got 2 seconds. I don't know how smart it is, but he is back up and back down to a knee.
We know there is not an ounce of quit in Brandon barbed wire. It may work out that Mathis may want to end Brandon's career here because that might be what it takes for Brandon to stay down.
Look, Brandon coming back again. Oh, look at that!
Oh! Drops Mathis with a stunner.
Stunner out of nowhere.
Just that desperation. Look at him having to use the turnbuckle and the ropes here to pull himself to his feet.
But it works. This might be the advantage knee. He might have caught Mathis by surprise. Mathis may not have the wherewithal to stand up.
And I don't know if Brandon still really knows where he is. I think that was just pure instinct.
He went back to his old tricks. It started with an eye poke. It was so basic. That was old Pinnacle Brandon right there. Well, eye poke into a stunner.
Oh, kick to the ribs there. Brandon said he's not a good guy.
No.
He's not a bad guy. I hate to steal a line for a better wrestler like Brandon barbed wire, but he's not a good person. He will do what it takes to win. He said that since the beginning. And what I do like about Brandon, what I've always admired about him, is that he's honest. He said he was a scumbag. He's still kind of a scumbag. But now,
But now it's the
Pinnacle
Pinnacle
aligned.
But now Pinnacle is kind of getting what they deserve after just running the show for over a year now.
Until Austin liberated that title from Pinnacle. Oh my God!
And there is that sit-out choke bomb.
That choke bomb that puts Brandon down. I don't think Brandon's got anything left in the gas tank.
I don't see how he could.
This might be it, ladies and
But
gentlemen.
Mathis also has to get to his feet. He seems to be a little bit more present of where he is.
He's got that corner, lifting himself up, using those big, strong arms of his.
And look at that. Brandon almost looks like he was kicking out. He doesn't know where he is right now.
He may have heard a count and thought, I better kick out before I lose this match. We're up to 7. Brandon stirring. Brandon, get up. Oh, look at that. Just wild-eyed. Kind of swinging wildly. It's almost, no, Brandon gets up to his feet.
Oh!
And there's that spinning kick that we've seen him pull out every once in a while that's so deadly. And Mathis, both guys look hurt.
He may have just tried to sucker in Mathis there to launch that insane kick right to Mathis's temple.
I would not put it past Brandon Barbwire. Brandon Barbwire is inventive and ingenious when it comes to that squared circle. Now Brandon gets back up to his feet, probably praying that Mathis does not do the same.
And both men having to use the turnbuckle and the ropes to pull themselves up.
Mathis up again. Brandon kind of holding himself up there with those turnbuckles. Oh, super kick lands square in the jaw of Mathis, but Mathis does not go down.
Mathis is still up. He's
drop kick trying to cripple that knee again on Mathis, and that'll put him down, Dalton.
Yeah, and I mean, he hit both knees on that. It was a solid move. If Mathis is going to uncover that knee pad, Brandon should have every right to take advantage of it.
Yeah, setting himself up for failure there. Maybe a small error by a guy who doesn't make a lot of mistakes. But
that might have just made that just made Mathis mad.
Combos, shot after shot, need to get kind of showing that MMA background of his right there. Mathis so big, so strong, so dangerous. But Brandon Barbwire trying to power to that. Elbows and a DDT spikes his head into the mat. This might be the chance that Brandon Barbwire needs to get back into this and get some momentum going. This has been back and forth so far. Got the one true chant going right now, and Brandon lives for that. He lives for that admiration from the crowd. That will definitely power him up.
He knows he deserves it, and whenever his greatness is recognized,
he's earned it.
He absolutely.
Oh, but look at that! What is Jeff Odell doing out there?
What does he have in his hand?
I think he's suffocating him with something. I can't tell what. Brandon's struggling to get away, but what was that? Brandon he's out of it. Look at him, delirious. And Jeff Odell looks a little shaken by whatever it was. Brandon doesn't know where he's at.
He might have been blinded by it. I don't.
But Mathis taking advantage of a very hurt Brandon. Look at that kick. Kick to the stomach. Oh, don't do this.
Come on.
Oh, my God. Brandon's out. That's it. That's it. That is one of the most devastating moves in wrestling, and Brandon just took it square on the side of the face. Did not know where he was. I think Brandon's done. Crowd stunned watching what happened with Jeff Odell, of course.
He hasn't moved an inch.
Brandon, he's reaching for the ropes. He's trying so hard. Come on, Brandon. He can't. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Jeff Odell steals one from Brandon Barbwire.
And you saw Jeff's arms just fly up in the air in celebration the moment Kelly said 10.
That's a small measure of revenge for what happened. Jeff, he's got to be thinking that this is a small piece of revenge after what Brandon did to him. And the war will continue between these two. Don't think that this is the end.
And take nothing from it. Mathis with such an impressive showing here. Showing again why he is one of the most dangerous members of the CCW roster.
Brandon could have won. Mathis could have won that match easily on his own. Didn't need Jeff Odell. That match was still going on. We don't know who would have won that legitimately, but you have to feel that Mathis is in a very Brandon-like position when he was with the Pinnacle, where he's got him. He doesn't need them, but they're there, and when they're there, that's just the insurance plan.
And Jeff Odell just so proud of himself.
So smug smile on his stupid rat face. And Brandon's struggling to get up here. I don't know what just happened, but I think GM Osby Tomlin needs to find out what the hell that was.
Just the frustration on Brandon's face here. You see him pounding the mat. He knows that's not how that match should have gone.
No, and this war is definitely not over. I have no idea what's in store for Brandon Barbwire versus Mathis again, but this war will continue, and we will see you next week, folks, on CCW Chaos. Thanks for coming out and checking us out. And the war will continue.
Well, there's Mathis. Okay.
Brandon confused, but wants blood. This will continue.
He asked for Mathis. He doesn't know where he is.